Thank you, Alex, for joining us today. First of all, retail is an industry of focus for Druid. We have implemented solutions in retail since 2019. We evolved alongside with our customers and learning from their experiences. And we have customers from US to Australia implementing Druid technology in the retail space. And I think that the Taylor Swift ticket could have easily been bought with a Druid virtual assistant, and moreover, he would have helped you decide faster than searching for the internet on the website and get information from there. So we have built a solution that covers both internal user automation, so employees, user cases coming from HR, logistic, procurement, accounts payable, legal, but also, which is the most important for a business in retail, is the customer's experience. So not using the plain old websites where the customer is not every time decided to buy. With a virtual assistant, with a personal shopper, your customers are engaged. We are not doing only cost reduction from the contact center and order management or the tracking support, but also we are generating business. And I think this is the real benefit of what Druid technology can bring to the retail space. So Alex, you have been working with Druid since 2019-20 almost. Yeah. You are a pioneer in the space. You're part of a very big hypermarket network. How did you identify the business need, and how did you embrace technology, conversational AI technology in retail?
I think, first of all, hello to all. Thank you so much for the invitation. In the same approach, I think it's quite a good journey that we need to understand that in retail we talk for two types of customers. First, the internal one, and after that also the external one, because basically if you don't choose the need for the internal, it's hard to manage the need for the external, because if you don't know your employees, basically it's hard to know your customers. So I think this is the most suitable part. Embracing the technology regarding Druid and the chatbots, I think was something that for us was a path in order to discover how this technology could help us in our process optimization and also process focusing, because when you start a journey of the digital, because we are a department that in one way we are on the middleware of the business, so basically we are not on the IT or business, we are on the middleware part, so we translate the business need into a digital transformation need, and we embrace the Druid technology in order to evade two type of dynamics. One, the process optimization regarding ticketing, also access to information in the logistics side, and the next one also suitable for the HR department in also how we can make a more sustainable, how to say that, I think onboarding process, and also having access to information 24 hours per day to each employee at each time.
So when you say it like that, it seems very simple. How was your experience in implementing? Was it a soft journey? What were the lessons learned during this process? And basically, how did you convince people in using the technology? And not only employees or customers, but also top management to include it in your development strategy?
I think we have some sponsor, I think, in the top management. I think each time we don't see chatbots like another tool, we see it like a virtual assistant. So basically, like Betemik was having Raul, we made a brand awareness in the company that basically the first chatbot was Sarah, and the name was spelled out by the employees, not by us. So basically, they managed to make the first virtual assistant in the company. And if you see like the technology like your assistant, basically it's quite easy to adopt, and this was, I think, the main huge advantage, that basically creating like an avatar for one people that could feel and embrace emotion in the company. After that, it's quite easy to endorse, and I think was not quite easy on the first side, but after that, having people to test, and after that to create more experience and also to optimize the flows, basically it's quite easy for people to understand what is the new journey for this type of technology.
So you have a wide, so what I like first is your focus on the employee, people first. So you have a wide, in retail, usually there is a wide range of profiles from blue collar workers to white collar workers, different levels of technology awareness. Some are tech savvy, some are basically using still phones with the
Yeah.
keyboard. In the era of generative AI, when there is such rumor that the people will be replaced by technology, there was a movement about replacing cashiers with pay-as-you-go solutions and putting smart cards where you put from the shelf and you pay once you go out of the store. Are people afraid of being replaced by technology? I know that you're using it in Google Chat to make the adoption much easier for your employees and the interaction also for the non-tech savvy users much easier.
I think it's not regarding changing or something, it's regard changing the way we expect to have the relationship. Because basically, on the first time, as you mentioned, cashier, basically we have a transactional relationship. Maybe the cashier only scanning the goods, but when you have and scanning your own goods, basically you transform the relationship on the relational one. And this is something that with the chatbot also you feel the emotion, and we receive a lot of questions that, okay, Sarah, can you go out for a coffee? Or Sarah, how can I do my job better, or stuff like that. So people that are starting to embrace and feeling the power of this type of dynamics and having access to the information in any type of device, using phones, laptops, I don't know, computer, desktops, and stuff like that. So basically having access to each information each time, 24 hours on any device. Basically, it's a little bit the needs in the retail space in order for us to evolve and to make, I think, the journey for the employees and also for the customers more elaborate in the upcoming journey.
So Sarah is the HR assistant. Sarah is performing from recruitment task, and she's basically helping people apply for a job, and also she's managing the relation with the back office hypermarket managers that are placing their needs for a certain profile, and at the same time, Sarah is the one helping with the onboarding process. So it's doing everything from sourcing to exit interviews and integrating into your back office system, into HCM solution, into analytic tools. And the other one is Felix for logistics. Right. It's connected also to your technologies back in the back. So we are talking about virtual assistants that empower business users, empower tech, empower employees with technologies to make room for them to focus on actually the tasks that matter for the business itself. I know that some of our customers, for instance, have reduced by 75% the time spent in HR for recruitment. Can you share some numbers? These are numbers that we get from Druid dashboard. So Druid platform has very rich analytics based on the conversational history data. So together with the business sponsors inside each department, we can monitor the benefits brought by automation, brought by the virtual assistant, and at the same time by the automation through APIs, through robotic process automation, and we can focus in elaborating new conversations based on what users' interactions are doing in the conversation history.
I think on the KPIs level, we are on the same approach as the market average, as you exposed. But I think a quite seamless experience is that people are coming for us to embrace different scenarios with Sarah, basically going paperless, and also having a lot of approaches in the organizational steps regarding, I think, the embracement of GDPR, cybersecurity, and all of that. That is quite hard to manage this type of new scenarios in other legacy system. So I think this is a quite good approach, that having people coming to you, okay, maybe it's quite good to improve that one. Maybe we can use Sarah for the benefits inside the company, because we also have benefits, I think, explode in each silo in the company. So having Sarah like, I think, one system suitable for different needs, different departments, I think this is the KPI that for me it's quite evolving. And I think one KPI that for me it's quite better and I want to expose it, that having a conversation in the Ocean employees based on the medium of 70% that are using Sara for different tasks. And I think this is the quite good emphasize that having a conversation AI, and also I was glad to understand that we also have the conversational text-to-speech in the future, could be quite a huge advantage to understand how we can improve the user experience based on this approach.
So we are talking a lot about employees, but in the end, the purpose is to get customers on the website, and not only to get them on the website, but to make them buy. So we have a customer in Australia. It's a very big retail network. They started initially with order management, order tracking, so they managed to reduce by 69, 70-something% the load on the contact center, on self-service tasks. And now, with the launch of generative AI, we have implemented together with them product recommendations. So as sneak peek was shown earlier by Dan, we will also have the opportunity after lunch to have breakout rooms where we will be doing live demos, and we will focus on brainstorming together with you in different user cases. And also, because I mentioned about this customer, initially they saved money, but they also did something else. They increased the CAT score. So most of us are focused on reducing costs. But what is the customer experience? We should focus on NPS scoring, customer success story. So the way that we monitor based on conversation history data, based on the customer feedback, so they have a CAT score now above 70, and they are targeting 85 CAT score. And I mentioned about product recommendation use case. They recently have it implemented. And a thing that was amazing for us was that when we've met them, they told us, look guys, we increased by 4 times the conversion rate on the website. We reached almost 10% conversion rate on the website. What does this mean? It means that when customer lands on the website, the virtual assistant pops up. So it doesn't allow the customer to look, browse the website, and get out of the site, but it keeps him engaged in the website, recommends product, helps them pick some different products and puts them automatically into the cart, and then you can pay directly from the virtual assistant. So it helps you buy. What are your plans in empowering your customers, in supporting your customers with generative AI, knowledge-based technology? How are you seeing the future in the grocery hypermarket? The other customer was not grocery.
It's, I think, hard and easy to tell based on the generative AI, because we all know the capabilities, and I think it's also unknown what the future can bring with this type of technology, because like the past year or the past years, you never embrace also that e-commerce has such a boom after the COVID part, but we never know. I think the generative AI, it's a game changer based on the customer experience with different type of tools. And I think for us, testing different type of scenarios, how we can improve the customer experience also in store, but also in the e-commerce, is something that it's our strategy leaps. And I think in the future, we will have something based on this type of value in order how we can improve the customer journey, and also having a more frictional experience also on the in-store and also on the e-commerce. I think the most important one is how we can focus on the indoor retail in order to embrace the customer journey on this phase with the conversational AI generative, and with different type of tools based like, I don't know, maybe scenarios that customer also can have access to data for, I don't know, stock rupture or stuff like that in the same time as an employee.
So thank you, Alex. Looking forward for the future. We will be introducing soon the Megabot into the back office part. So the future is closer than we think, as you saw earlier. If there are any questions from the audience. No questions?
Can I ask a question, if you don't mind?
Sure.
How difficult was it to get conversational AI into retail? Because we kind of expect it, but ultimately this is an experiential product very often, and therefore I want to feel it and I want to touch it, not necessarily talk about it. So how did you bridge that gap?
I think depends a little bit on the strategy. So basically we start first like a strong strategy in order to introduce that we can do things. And conversational AI was something like unknown, unused. So I think the first part was to start something. And we had a lot of POC with Druid. I think the seamless experience based, how can easier process came from the back office, make it to front office. It was quite easy and quite endorsing for the people. And after that, the use cases and also the implementation was quite easy to manage because basically we have it all in our same environment. We use Google Chat for that one. So it was quite easy and quite real to introduce this type of technology based on the fact that also we are trying to impose a little bit the intelligent automation. And I think was a fact also like a bottom top and top button that help us to suit our need, because each time with this type of flow, you need also some sponsor, how you can manage this type of, I think, implementation.
Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Kieran. Just before closing, I want to say that the implementation is not a difficult process. It's around 3-month process, and I strongly encourage to work with our partners that are locally. So they are like an extensive arm of Druid. They have been following our courses from Druid Academy. They are all trained in implementing Druid technology in your local language, locally, and supporting you 24, or according to the SLAs. There will be there are partners here in the room, so you can talk with them. They have a lot of experience with Druid and RPA technologies, and some of our partners will be on the stage coming further, so waiting for them.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty.